Are they just forcing her into it?
Yeah, I think so. They're like, go down.
You don't love it? Well, go down anyway. This is your dress. Anyway.
Shut up and walk. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to membriash. We're doing a morning edit because yesterday we got a little delayed from copyright and we're just tired, But we're caffeinated now.
That's not really why.
That is the big reason.
Yesterday because I had the shingles vaccine. That's why we didn't.
Well, no, we didn't even have time. Well, we were watching TV. We were just chilling a little. She was like shaking, chills. Fun time.
Bad news. But if you've ever heard of anyone having shingles is worse. So
pretty essential, immunocompromised. Like we gotta be more careful. Anyway, we're watching Love Is Blind Brazil season 4 episode 8. I just read through the comments from anybody that posted like 10 or 12 hours ago on the last video. I appreciate people clarifying acai. I didn't mean to disrespect anything. I don't like smoothies, and the way I've only ever seen it, I've never had it, but the only way I've seen it around where we live is like a smoothie type presentation and a sweet presentation, where I read a lot of traditional servings. There's like savory, sounds really tasty. I'd like to try it. I'm a little freaked out by smoothies, so I just like uncomfortable. But I do appreciate people talking about it. I'm the one that called it goop,
so if anyone's mad, be mad at me.
No,
I'm the disrespectful one, not you.
And then a lot of people talking about like the Evandro situation. We try to avoid spoilers. I know people have been talking about like things that they hear about the background, vetting some of the stuff that's being said on the show. A lot of people are saying that Evandro is being incredibly manipulative and evasive and lying about pretty much everything he's saying or doing it for image, and that's all totally plausible. And I think we both stand by that. We think that Ariella is showing up really poorly still. I think my biggest problem almost is like her turning on everybody is really making her a villain. Like if she is just fighting with him all the time, I think a lot of people would support her a lot more.
I don't even really see that. I don't feel like you have to yell at someone to hold them accountable. I don't feel like you have to get in someone's face like she's doing with him. I feel like it's still inappropriate. It's one thing, I think, if you were coming at her with that kind of energy, then maybe I would think it was a little more justified. But I think regardless, I really don't feel like her behavior is okay.
Well, and then we talked about like just break up with him kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's not, you're on a TV show. It's not that serious.
And I would absolutely, to be clear, I would absolutely break up with him. Like, I think that he's told
we don't like this guy.
He's told her enough lies that I would be out. She just met him. There's no way I would continue wanting to date that man, given that he lied about his child. It's unclear to her whether he's lied about his job.
Yeah, that's a little confusing.
Stuff like that.
Like him saying he's a traitor. Like, what does that even really mean?
I don't know.
Honestly?
And then the fact
he does have a cute dog, though.
He does have a cute dog.
That's an asset to him. I feel like episode 8 is going to be a lot more laid back, though. I think we've probably seen the worst of it.
I hope so, because I really don't enjoy watching grown people fighting on TV. And it's one thing if it was one fight and like tensions got a little high or whatever. It's just all the time.
It's taken over the whole season.
It's all the freaking time, man.
Yeah.
It's when the girls are alone. It's when everyone gets together. It's when Evandro and Ariella are alone together. It's too much. It's too much fighting, in my opinion. I don't live a very dramatic lifestyle, so.
Yeah, we do this.
Right.
We watch other people's drama.
Yeah. And I really don't like getting to the point, like, I'll get there, but I don't like yelling at people. I don't like watching people get yelled at. I don't like it.
We're just gonna go and watch the episode. Let's do it. Let's hop in.
Here we are.
Whew, all right. Let's chill for a sec.
All right.
It's all of them coming back from the pool party.
Oh, this is like post-pool party. Okay.
This is like the gossip sesh where they get back and talk crap about everybody. Oh my gosh, poor freaking Vanessa and Leonardo and Ingrid and Leandro, are not part of this.
At
Do you know
all.
what I mean?
They're just watching it all unfold.
Come on, I didn't drink that much. I had 2 glasses of white wine. Jeez, that's it.
She's drunk off 2 glasses of white wine.
I mean, she is tiny. Yeah.
I'm not tiny, and I'll get trashed off of 2 drinks.
I think you went a little too far. You share too much without context.
What did she share without context?
I think she was walking around telling everybody that she's alone and she doesn't like feel good and all this stuff, and then he felt like the villain.
Yeah, but if she feels alone, that's not the rudest thing to say about like, oh, my partner's not spending as much time with me, you know?
I worry that one day she's gonna wake up and realize I'm too much of a kid and she'll be out of here.
I mean, he's not just 5 years younger than her, he's also like quite a bit less mature.
Yeah,
maybe.
absolutely.
Even though she has a lot of energy, she seems a lot more focused on what she wants out of life.
Yeah,
and
he
she seems to want a relationship.
Be like drifting.
I'm still not feeling that connection 100%. I'm not there yet.
they're not going to end up getting married, I think.
No, I don't think
He's
so
setting it up
either.
already, saying to his buds that he's not sure.
I think part of it too is like he just doesn't know how to be in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
I would actually question like whether he's ever been in one. Because
I think he basically said that.
Yeah, he really doesn't seem to know how to like be a partner.
Yeah.
That was his chance, his moment to say to her, hey, you said this to me, and you said that to me, and he didn't.
I don't understand this whole thing about the way that Patrick and Renata, like Marilia being upset about that, because I felt like that was an extremely mature conversation between the two of them.
I don't know. I'm a little confused too.
And they both had different perspectives where they agreed that they had heard the same things.
But they interpreted it differently.
Yes.
I thought that was a good part of it. I get if she's got other issues in the relationship, but I didn't feel like that conversation was the biggest issue.
No.
Ariella exaggerates everything, oh my God. But to be fair, Evandro could have been more honest and upfront with her.
The Evandro and Ariella thing is so complicated.
Yeah.
Because Evandro definitely should have told her.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Ariella shouldn't be acting the way that she was acting with Evandro or with anyone else.
Yeah.
If she can't accept it or if she doesn't want to try, I mean, that's her choice, right?
Totally agree. It's her choice if she doesn't want to continue with their relationship, but then just leave.
Maybe they'll end up working it out.
No,
what?
please no.
That's delusional.
Please no. Please don't work it out. Please don't work it out.
I don't want to see any working out.
No.
They're both writing each other notes with their rings on it.
It's all so dramatic.
It is way too dramatic for nearly 40-year-olds.
Please, can I have some f***ing peace?
Well, that is your piece, though, right? Your piece is that he left you a note and he's gone now, and he's
Yeah.
not coming back.
Guys, he wrote me the same letter that I did. He just copied it.
He just copied her letter. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
That is kind of funny. The whole method is exactly what she did, though.
It
but she
is.
came back. So as long as he doesn't come back, it's a new method.
Don't come back, Evandro. Just don't come back.
I don't think he is. I don't think he is.
And I know that I can have a short temper.
A short temper is just like not.
That's understating it.
Yeah, that's not the full extent of what's been happening. I hope we don't see either of them until the reunion.
Yeah.
And I do hope there's a reunion because people have been saying a lot of stuff
Yeah.
about Evandro, and it would be nice.
You see your sweater?
Yes, I
Good
did.
morning.
Yeah, and it would be nice to get that clarification.
It would.
Yeah, I agree. I want some of that out in the air.
Oh,
That's a
man.
sweet sweater,
I
dude.
could make something like that.
okay?
I gotta get back to crocheting.
After the party, things got a little tense because we had too much to drink.
Yeah, that is a big factor, drinking a lot, and then kind of like everybody's fighting, you're emotionally shut down. Like, that's not a good time to hash shit out.
If he wants to spend all his time on his phone or sleeping, that tells me I'm not good company.
I mean, we aren't, this is the reality is we're not seeing their relationship. We're seeing snippets that the producers want us to see. So it is possible he's just sitting on his phone all the time.
And they're not gonna show us because it's not good TV.
It's boring.
They're not gonna show us him sitting on his phone, not paying attention to her.
Yeah, absolutely. That's nothing TV.
I think your concern is warranted. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to feel like you're in a relationship alone.
Yeah. The whole point of being in a relationship is you have a partner. But everybody views partnership differently.
Yeah.
And some people are okay having less, and that might be where he's coming from.
It would be really weird, though, to be in a relationship where, like, you're technically physically in the same place as the person a lot, and they're just not paying any attention to you.
Yeah.
If you feel insecure because of something I'm doing, then I'm gonna absolutely work on that.
I do like that he's saying to her, and I hope that it's accurate, that he's like, I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to make you feel that way.
There's some apprehension there for sure.
Because I don't think she believes him, which
Yeah.
is fair. I
Yeah.
think that he may have good intentions,
May.
but if she has already seen that his follow through is just not there,
Yeah.
then it's like, okay,
It's
I
like
don't
a-
think he's ready for
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Who knows if he'll ever be ready? I mean, if he's already in his 30s and like he's still kind of just f***ing around, like,
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he's ready for a serious relationship with anyone, and then especially with
Marilia.
Marilia.
I think you and I keep on messing up Ariella and Marilia's name, but in like opposite. I always have Marilia down.
I know, and I don't.
But I've
And
messed
I'm
up
good with Ariella. And we're getting to the end of the show, and it still is a problem. So, like, it's not going to be fixed.
What are your intentions with my little girl?
I intend to ask for her hand in marriage.
Okay. He did the thing.
I
He
feel
did
like
the thing.
all of these men are bullshitters, is what
Yeah.
I feel like. Because
Yeah.
I don't actually feel like they're going to get married either.
Alessandra is he's a liar.
He is a
You see
liar.
him lying all the time.
It's so weird because everyone's coming for Evandro and, like, his lies, which, yeah, they're big lies. But I believe this man is just as big of a liar.
I think the difference is that Renata is more stable and she's
Yeah.
not being impacted by everything.
Yeah.
And she's probably kind of like, okay, whatever. Like, she knows that hair wasn't his son's hair, but she didn't blow up about it. She's like, fine.
I wouldn't have gotten a dog, but since she already has one.
Guys,
Okay, he's not saying get rid of the dog.
No.
We don't need the tense music for that.
Such a weird. They're like forcing tension. It's weird because
There's so much.
there is actual tension that they could be like exploiting, and instead they're going with the he's never had a dog.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no! Deal breaker. It could be for some people, but it really didn't seem like that.
No.
Girl, it's been way too long. You're so gorgeous. Oh.
Okay, that's nice. I'm glad we're getting to see more of Muriel.
Honestly, I'm actually relieved. There were so many little lies, you know?
One thing people were saying is, I don't know if she just talked about it on social or something, but she was saying there are tons. It's like all sorts of little stuff day to day.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I believe
and
that.
kind of like
I do.
he might just be a compulsive liar.
Yeah.
You know,
I also,
and that was driving her crazy.
I also believe what I said before. Like, if she's been in a relationship where she was lied to or gaslit before,
That would be
like
so
this would be
triggering.
this would be really awful. Like,
Yeah.
it would be really hard to be in this situation with someone that you felt like was constantly lying to you and about stuff that didn't matter.
Yeah.
And all of that.
Whenever I talk about me and Khaled,
That's so cute. I guess there were 10 couples from the pods, and they chose 5. That's what somebody said.
Dang. I just really wish that Muriel and Khaled had been one of the couples that they chose, and
Yeah.
maybe them including them towards the end is them realizing that they should have.
Yeah. Oh,
Because-
they're swapping out Evandro and Arya. This is the passing of the torch. You right? But I hear what you're saying.
so cool. I've never been a bridesmaid before, so this is really special to me.
Oh, she's gonna be a bridesmaid.
Oh, for
Yeah,
Muriel?
that's so
really
sweet.
cute. I love that.
Oh.
And look at how much different the energy is here. Ariella is a lot more tolerable right now because she feels safe and comfortable with
That's
somebody.
true. I also will say in that vein that it is possible that Ariella never really felt comfortable with Marilia and Renata.
Yes.
And that the people she was close to didn't make it into like the couples that they followed
I
after.
agree. And she's sort of forcing herself to be friends with them.
So then
because
she doesn't
has
feel
to.
safe in her relationship
Yeah.
with Evandro, and she doesn't feel safe in her relationship with the women because she doesn't have a relationship
Yeah.
really with the ones that are there.
Absolutely. And we saw that kind of play out where they were sort of pressuring her or not being
Yeah.
super nice and being like, just forget about it. Like they weren't.
Strong frenemy vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
Even at the pool party, like when she walked back in and she'd been so heated and they started chanting her name.
Yeah.
It was a little messed
That's
up.
pretty childish, honestly.
Right.
Like in the moment, I was so pissed at her. I was like, oh yeah, okay. But like looking back at it, like who the does that?
Right.
Honestly.
Yeah. It was nice to see her with Muriel. I'm glad that
Yeah.
I was wrong and she didn't end up in a fight with her because she did have the safety of like
Yeah.
actually having a friendship with her.
good evening.
Oh, there you are.
That was creepy.
What?
He
What just happened?
he came in by like whispering in that girl's ear. I don't know. That was weird. He does some stuff that I'm just like, I don't know, but it's not like he's a bad person. It's just like he gives me the ick. I get the ick
He's a
from
little
him.
ick, yeah.
But it doesn't. I don't matter. Vanessa doesn't get the ick. So
Yeah.
that's the important part.
They're asking a lot of questions. They're all lawyers and they're all looking directly at me.
Oh, is these our lawyer friends?
This is how I feel when I'm in a meeting at work and
Yeah.
everyone is lawyers. They're asking me questions. So stressful.
This is a cross-examination right here.
And it's gonna feel like that even if like everything is above board and
Yeah.
your relationship is great. It's gonna feel like a
Yeah.
cross-examination in a
He has a
room
good
full
sense
of
of humor
lawyers.
about it.
He does.
We're all live. We made it.
They're a really good match.
Yeah.
And everything's been really good. I just can't shake the ick that I get from him. But
Yeah.
it's really not his. It's me. It's a me problem, not a him problem.
Yeah, you don't need to like him.
No.
So we still have to talk about the housing situation.
Yeah, they have big issues with like finances and housing and all of that.
Honestly, what does anybody on any of these shows do? Like, at least with the lawyers, you know they're lawyers. Everybody else is honestly up in the air.
Yeah.
Like,
Leandra, I feel like, is like an aspiring personal trainer, is what I get the vibes of. But you know what he didn't do? So Raven, do you remember Raven? She did Pilates like all the time. Like she was doing it in the pods. She was doing it all the time because it
Trying to
was
advertise.
essentially, her advertising. And it worked like
Yeah.
real well. And she got a bunch of Insta followers afterwards and like
that's true.
is like blew up, you know?
And his regiment is rest, rest, rest.
Yeah. This is like lay on the couch. I'm sure he does that. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
playing the show a little bit better.
He's not doing that.
He's not doing that.
Because that's really what the show is. It's
Yeah.
an opportunity to blow up your social. And if you're like a trainer or something, then that's connections, that's clients.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're just sitting there and chilling and not making an effort to work as a team,
So she's feeling like he's just sitting there. A lot of these guys just kind of sit there and chill. Is this? I mean, there's a lot of people saying
Yeah.
like sexism is like really a huge deal in Brazil, and
Oh,
that's
like
why.
the woman is gonna take care of the house. The woman is gonna like.
Well,
is
just
that what
everything that we're
means?
saying, and they're saying like as far even about some people are giving Ariella a pass because they're like basically if you don't yell at your man, they're not going to listen to you because they can play all chill because they have all the power, and like sometimes you have to like get heated because otherwise they're not doing. You know, so that's
Yeah, but she's getting heated with everybody.
I know she's fighting with
So,
some of the women
right.
too.
She's
Yeah,
fighting with
but
everybody.
that's what was said by at least one comment is like sexism is really in the forefront for a lot of dynamics in the show.
Do you know what's kind of weird about it though? Is like what I'm ending up seeing is a bunch of women that are doing literally everything.
Yeah,
so
right?
it's not even like the sexism in the U.S. is like. We have this concept of like the trad wife thing where like the wife stays at home and she raises the kids and she like bakes you fresh bread every day and all of this stuff, right?
It's a lot of work, but you don't go to a job.
You don't go to a job as well.
Yeah.
And here what I'm seeing is like architects and lawyers.
Yeah, right.
And I mean doing everything while their men sit and do nothing.
Relax and sit on the phone.
Right, while like Patricky's over there sleeping until 1 p.m.
Yeah.
and coming out in his boho robe, you know?
Yeah, boho robe, that thing. Where did he find it?
Watching you work out is making my heart flutter.
She likes him a lot. It's
Yeah,
cute
but she likes
how
him.
much she likes
Yeah,
him. Honestly,
yeah.
it like warms me to her.
Yeah. She's been pretty good after the honeymoon.
Yeah,
Have you seen anything?
I think she was like egging Ariella on at the pool party. I didn't like that.
I thought she was mostly just hanging out. She was like taking a shot and sitting in the sidelines.
She was like, I
Maybe
don't know,
she was one of the
whatever. It
chanters
really
and
wasn't
stuff.
that bad.
Yeah.
Like
Well, but to be fair though, Ariella came in aggro in her house while she was having dinner with her man.
yeah, that is
So
true.
if you're
That's
gonna exit,
true.
if you're gonna, that's like a revenge thing at that point. It's
Do you
kind of
know,
justified.
That's another example of a scenario where I just feel like Ariella was out of control. She came into Renata and Ale's house. She yelled at both of them,
Yeah.
primarily Ale, and Renata was just like, no, like, you
Yeah.
could probably leave. And Ale did the same thing. Like, neither of them got,
Yeah.
like, heated at her back. And if they had, it would have just been adults screaming at each other on a porch, you know? It's like she relies on everybody else not to come with the same energy she's coming with. Because
Yeah.
if they did, it would really be explosive.
It would.
How about barefoot in the sand?
Are you writing your vows?
I really feel like they're getting married.
Absolutely. They're the sure bet. There's always a sure bet. It's them.
Have they fought at all?
No, I don't think so.
I'm really looking forward to seeing my friends.
What do you mean you're more easygoing?
No, that's just a fact. Just because.
No, she's super easygoing.
So
Renata, well, she is actually
She's
a little
pretty
easygoing.
easygoing. She's letting a lot of stuff roll off.
Yeah,
I do not think he's more easygoing than her. Also, it's not a competition, bro.
yeah.
You don't need to be. I'm more though. What about me?
Let's take a break so you can smash that like button.
like, do you guys want to live together later on, or?
I do, but I don't want to uproot our lives.
You have to in order to like what?
So we got to work
Renata
around
wants
my
to live in the
son.
That is complicated because then when the kid's involved, you do like if you only change their lives dramatically if it's really important to do so. I think. I think
Yes.
that's important to keep in consideration.
I
That's fair.
completely agree.
I didn't think about that.
And making sure that you're like flexible for the child is the most important thing.
Family to think about the future, not so one of you can live on the north side and the other on the south.
I feel like her friends are being too picky, honestly, because tons of people do this kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
and that love each other and that are planning their lives together and they just don't want to mess things up for
Yeah.
kids or pets or, you know, whatever the scenario is, family. Like,
Mm-hmm.
some things are complicated sometimes. Trying to merge your life with someone you've known for like a month.
I know they barely know each other.
What happened was, and this goes for both of us, right?
Oh, look at that, both of us. He's already speaking for her.
Oh,
They're
this goes for
being
both of us.
Hard on him.
They're on everything he says.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Wow,
So-
you're so cocky.
I already know it. You're so cocky. He is though.
He is.
is. They're getting a decent read on him.
You've
You know?
known her for months. We've known her for years.
Yeah, but we're the ones getting.
But he's also saying he's like, because she's told me, which is
Yeah.
fair. It's not really cocky. Like, if she's told him, I'm going to say yes, and he's like, I already know what
Yeah.
she's going to say.
I think she's been isolated. So
She's kind of lost her way a bit.
Because she's on the show, she's not hanging out with her friends. She might go out or like talk to them a lot more often than she is right now.
I don't have to prove anything to you.
Oh, now he's fighting with the friends.
Yeah.
Companies. I've been married. I have a kid.
We're here to
And I don't need to prove myself to anyone.
Now he's getting... Okay,
Getting aggro.
He is getting aggro. They were coming at him a lot, but there were some like suspicious or like, you know, just like weird phrasings there. I think maybe this goes back to the misogyny thing where they're feeling like, okay, you don't speak for her, like speak for yourself kind of thing. Like, and you got to defend your spot if that's really the dynamic.
This is what I'm talking about too, that Evandro doesn't do, right? Like Ale gets mad. Like he'll get pissed. If you push him too far, all of a sudden he says rude stuff. He's short with people.
He wants to be in a position of power at all times.
Exactly.
And the moment he feels that is waning,
right,
then he exerts, I don't need to prove anything to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Evandro doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Because he had a million opportunities where it would have totally made sense for him to get frustrated.
Yeah.
And in the one where he did, he just walked away. And that's all I'm saying. It doesn't speak anything to the rest of his character or like whether or not he's a liar, which clearly he is, but like he's not. Ollie gets aggro.
He does.
He wants to control the narrative, and he's a total dick.
He's a total dick. I mean, I agree with that.
The friends do not approve.
Her friends are tough.
They are. A lot harder than those lawyers.
Wow.
Although the lawyers had an easier person to deal with.
Leonardo is a lot easier to love than Ale.
Also, Leonardo's a lawyer, so he's a little smarter and smoother, probably.
Yeah, that's true.
I hope she says no.
Wow, her friends literally want her to say no.
Wow.
I agree that I don't think it's a good match.
Yeah.
I agree that it does seem like Renata had more self-confidence at the start of this than she does now.
Yeah, maybe that's part of
which
why.
Which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, it might have been a little overinflated when she was in the pots.
Yeah, and when she was, like, insulting Patricky over and over again.
Yeah, like, she could have calmed down then, but, like, I don't want that in the way that, like, someone breaks her self-confidence.
Yeah, because she does seem different to us, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're seeing it, so I trust their opinion.
Hassa is an African plantation. We give to families that need it.
Whoa, this is cool. So is that, like, a commune type thing? She called it a plantation, but I think, like, that's, like...
Well, it's tough with the translation.
Yeah. This looks so nice.
This says beautiful.
I've only been here for a little bit, but I think it's really amazing.
For real, dude.
Looks amazing even just on TV.
Yeah.
And incredibly peaceful.
Would you allow me to give you some advice?
Of course.
He seems really open.
He does.
You know, he might not be as ambitious or have like as solid of a career or something, but like he's open to feedback a lot.
You're immature.
Oh, she's like telling him what he needs to hear. Let's hope that he is okay hearing it.
Hard truths, you know?
She has a house, she has daughters, things I don't have. Responsibilities bigger than what I've had so far in my life.
I like that he's acknowledging like the things that, you know, she's accomplished.
Yeah. This is where the intense music is appropriate.
Yeah, it is appropriate.
It's an intense conversation.
It is. I like too that she opened with like, are you, like, can I tell you something? Basically.
Yeah.
Like, are you open to it?
You need to be more transparent.
I have this thing where I close myself off.
And he's engaging in the conversation really well.
He is. I
like him.
I like him. He's got good qualities.
Yeah.
He's not a perfect person, but he's got a lot of positive.
In the pods, I really let my guard down. Remember when I said that? But your guard is still up.
I feel like it's kind of hard with them because there's like a lot of subtleties I think we're not seeing a lot, and they are not a focus of a lot of the show because it's always about Ariella and Evandro.
Yeah.
So
it's a shame, really, because like some of the other people are like very interesting, dynamic people, and we're not getting to see a lot of that because it's just the stupid drama of like people yelling at each other.
There's another thing where he's not denying it too. She's like, I need you to be more open, like we were in the pods, and he's like, yes, I'm gonna try.
Right.
Like, I don't know. So there's a lot of admitting to what people are saying rather than this combative thing.
I kind of feel like he feels like he's not good enough for her in a way.
For real, honestly.
Which, like, I would too. So, like, I get it because, like, she seems amazing.
She seems pretty great.
And, like, very mature and, like, very in control of her life and, like, a really good person. And it would be easy to be intimidated by her.
Her presence is very, like, calming. And,
and she's gorgeous.
She's got a lot of confidence.
So beautiful. And, tons of confidence. And, like, she has, like, daughters and like this impressive job.
The daughter, I think, is her biological cousin. People are talking about
her cousin.
That's her biological cousin that she adopted because her mom couldn't take care of her or something. So that's pretty much what people are saying.
I wish I made it with a little more care.
That looks amazing.
Yeah.
Those look like crap sushi, but I've never made it myself. I imagine it's kind of difficult. Also, it can look like crap if it tastes good.
Yeah, who cares if it looks like crap? That
pods.
sushi does look
And it was
like crap,
great.
though.
Yeah, I like follow
But
a
I'd eat it.
sushi chef on Insta, and his stuff looks amazing. So I'm used to a slightly different standard.
I never imagined Patrick getting married like this, out of the blue. I thought that he was more of a player.
Raphael.
I don't think Patrick's ready to change his lifestyle.
Yeah.
Honestly.
We're moving
Are
through
you in
it,
love
you
or
know,
what?
every day.
He's not saying, yeah, I'm in love.
Getting married is a lot.
I love how he's like getting married is a lot. Like it's the show that you came on, dude.
I know.
Like I get that it's a lot, but like you opted to be on Love is Blind. Like this is a different show than some of the other bullshit you could have been on.
To the couple of the year.
They do seem like just a bunch of party idiots.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Does
Yeah.
Patrick actually have a job?
I don't know.
Because he doesn't seem to be like...
He's a traffic like coordinator or something. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what that means either. And then he said he'd been like a director of photography, which is weird that he's like not working in that anymore. So I wonder if that was like more of like a passion project, like a friend hired you to do something kind of thing.
But be honest, are you regretting it already?
No.
Are you regretting it already? The friends are being relatively harsh to him.
Well, because they know him.
Yeah, they're like, this
and
guy's
they're
an
like,
idiot.
He's engaged? No way.
At no point was she like judging the chaos my boys bring.
Well, she likes fun. She wants to have fun, and she wants to have a stable relationship where she feels like you actually want to commit to her.
Yeah.
She's actually being almost the most like easygoing of all of the potential wives. Because she's not having a lot of expectations of him except for be there and hang out with me.
Yeah.
And like say you actually want to marry me.
Yeah.
Like what else is she demanding from him?
Right,
She's being
nothing.
so open.
Yeah, she's great. The problem is Patrick, not her.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Let's get married.
Even the way he says that, you know?
He is really good at party vibes.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
Right, yeah,
boom.
exactly.
My beautiful brides.
I forget that she's the host every time. I'm like,
Yeah.
who's that?
Who's that lady?
Who are these people?
I don't know.
I could Google it, but...
You could Google it. That was like the acai. I cut out the part where I asked what acai is, and I said I could Google it, and then people told me anyway, because it was like, you know, because we have no idea what it is, really.
Well, here it's literally something that
It's a
like
specialty.
rich young people go out to eat to get for breakfast or brunch.
It's like sushi in the 80s. You know, it's like a new, expensive.
Yeah.
It degrades so quickly that it is a rare, expensive, difficult to transport thing.
I like basic clothes, so I'm thinking something classic.
He does like black tea. He's doing that Elon Musk thing. It's like he's kind of driving me crazy, honestly.
He has a big chest tattoo though.
Does he?
You can see it under his open collar.
Yeah. Musk doesn't have a big chest tattoo.
I don't want something basic like a veil on my head. I want it to start here like a cape.
I like how specific her vision is. She knows exactly what she wants.
She's gonna be gorgeous. Her style is impeccable.
I like all of her outfits, honestly.
Me too.
Her dresses are always great.
She always looks
Her hair
incredible.
looks amazing. Like
I really want a cape more than anything else.
She's like, I will have a cape.
Yeah.
Don't try and sell me on anything without a cape. Oh, I'm so hot. I'm like a Muppet baby over here.
Muppet
Way
baby.
Too hot.
Wearing your Muppet arms for some
know.
reason.
Oh, if I take it off, I have to take it off. I'm sweating. I'm sweating inside my Muppet cape.
It's such a Muppet cape.
Open your eyes.
Do you like it? It's very pretty.
I don't love it.
Yeah. It's not blowing me away like in Greedy's.
No.
You'll feel more like a bride with the veil on.
I don't think it does anything for her. Like, it almost, because of that extra fabric on the back, it almost is just, like, too much. Are they just forcing her into it?
Yeah, I think so.
'Cause
They're like, go down.
You don't love it? Well, go down anyway. This is your dress.
Anyway. Shut up and walk.
I also feel like they just keep trying to cause drama with Vanessa and Leonardo because
I know,
there's
there is
none.
no drama.
So,
the dress isn't perfectly fit.
Right.
Like,
this is like when Brett got married and his
he
his
had like
suit wasn't perfectly tailored.
Yeah.
And they made it seem like he was basically gonna like leave the wedding because of it. And realistically all he was like is like, I'm getting married, please tailor my suit appropriately.
Yeah.
And they made it into this big thing.
Bum, bum, bum.
I didn't expect a white tie.
I don't understand, like, did they not let them have choices? Because he's like, I
wasn't
expecting a white tie.
Yeah,
like,
right?
he should be able to choose what color his tie is for his wedding.
I bet it's a lot more stressful for Vanessa because the wedding is a huge deal and a big dream of hers.
I like how much he's thinking about her. And, you know, he's like, oh, it's hard for me, but it's probably even harder for her because this is so important.
Oh.
That one's better.
Yeah, she looks great in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so much better.
The back, the
back,
front,
yes.
all of it. Yeah.
So much better. That first dress just wasn't it.
Yeah, and they forced her down the stairs and that thing. We all know that wasn't the right pick.
And they kept trying to make it the right one.
Yeah.
It's like, did they not want to spend the upcharge for this dress or something?
They're just trolling her. They're just doing it for the camera. They're trying to make drama, like you said.
I'm going to be honest. I kind of think every wedding dress is ugly. I'm not a big wedding dress person. And like...
You never wore one.
I didn't wear one, right?
Yeah.
And like, they're just... I don't know.
You're just not a fan.
It's just a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan.
It's a lot of white.
Yeah.
You wear it once.
Right.
And then you put it in the closet.
It's a lot of beads and lace.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot. They're always long. Not really a fan of a long dress.
And then you're like dragging it through the dirt and shit.
What dirt? Where are you?
I don't know. And there's dirt on every surface on the ground, okay? So if it's trailing while you're walking down to the altar, they can sweep that all they want. There's dirt.
The mud,
There's
the
dirt.
poop.
Yeah, well, why is there poop?
This is you.
That color is crazy.
Oh, I like that color.
Let's give it a shot then.
He doesn't.
I didn't expect that color. I don't own anything orange.
It's not orange, it's brown. But why did they give him this then?
It is a bit
he
of
just
like an orangey
wanted
brown.
like a
he looks
standard
sharp.
suit. He does look good.
But a good fitting suit like makes pretty much any guy look sharp. It's just about the fit, really, at the end of the day.
I actually think that color is incredible on him.
It works.
It's just a little weird because, you know, it's his wedding. And
Yeah.
if he's a simple guy.
I think he's just like, because like Baby over here wearing just a black shirt, he and Baby I think have very similar styles. Simple, basic colors. I used to be that way. I didn't wear nearly as much colorful stuff.
Look at you over here.
Look at me in my red. I used to think red wasn't my color, but it works.
I don't even believe in that. And then people are trying to do these like color theory things where it's like you can wear certain colors and not other colors. And I'm like, just wear whatever you want. Wear what makes you happy.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the bigger thing. If you're confident,
Yeah.
then you look good.
It's not
really.
like you can only wear certain colors.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a weird concept to me.
I'm really looking forward to it.
He looks kind of goofy.
He does look a little goofy.
Maybe the fact that he's wearing a suit and a hat.
You want a spoiler? I have a spoiler for you. At the wedding,
He
there was
wears
a
a-
white hat.
Oh my god.
Listen, if that's what makes him comfortable,
Yeah.
I feel like he should be able to do what he wants.
Yeah, but like, is there like it's something other than a baseball cap?
No, like a
Well,
white
of course, a
baseball
fedora
cap.
might look kind of weird because then you're a fedora guy.
Not a fedora.
Don't be a fedora. But I mean, like, that's a dressier hat. What is a dressier hat for a guy?
There's all kinds of different hats.
There are a lot of hats. You could do like those, like the English like driver cap or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, you could do
Beanie.
beanie. A beanie's worse than a baseball
But
cap.
they could do it where it was like sparkly, like a sparkly white beanie.
Or it has like flashing lights.
I just feel like, I don't know. People are really upset about the hat. I'm not upset about the hat.
Also, if she's not upset about the hat, then it doesn't matter.
Right. It's like whatever.
But
makes
you know,
these
I
people
think more than
comfortable.
the hat, he's got kind of like a small head or a chicken neck or whatever. He's taller. No, he's taller, and so like when like he's a pretty big guy, I think. And when you're taller, your head's generally the same size as other people's heads. So your head just looks a little smaller compared to your body, I think. What? He's got a chicken neck. He's got a weird
You
little
think
head on top of
people's heads are the same size? I don't believe that.
Well,
your
your
brother
cranium-
has a massive head.
No, your cranium,
and
I
he's
think,
a
is
big person.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like your brain's roughly the same size person to person.
But that doesn't mean your skull is the same size,
I think it's
does
not
it?
too different.
So you think all the big people are walking around with tiny heads? And all the little people are walking around with big heads?
Well, I think a little person with a big head looks more normal than a tall person with a little head. I might be totally off here.
I don't know what this conversation is.
It's head size.
Let's try something else then.
I started getting so mad.
Why is she mad?
Because her dress sucks.
What is that like? What's going on?
Yeah, she had no expectations. And they only have like 5 dresses on that rack.
What's going on? I want to die, she said.
And they have to have asked them what they wanted ahead of time.
When the host is making like these kind of dismissive motions, honestly, like
If this one doesn't work out, I give up.
Just get married naked. Who
Then
cares?
there's no way.
Yeah.
No dress.
All right.
there we go. I guess that's about it. All right, just at the end of filming this, we realized that 9 and 10 have just been released, so we'll be getting on that after we're able to edit and release this one.
Yes.
How do you feel?
Relieved that Ariella and Evandro appear to no longer be on the show, which I
Yes.
think is just best for everyone.
Great. I'm so happy about that. And I
So
actually
happy.
like the way they sent out Ariella because she met up with Muriel, who she seemed to have a good connection with. She was a lot more like comfortable and stable there,
That
even
was
more so than
nice.
with her sister.
Yes.
Because she wasn't in the tension potentially, but
that was really nice to get her to see her in a situation where she felt comfortable
and safe.
And she was then like the sweet, kind
person that she could be.
Yeah, she was like exactly what I thought she was initially when we saw her. And it does make me wonder if like part of the way that she was acting was just a lack of safety with like her partner because of all the
other
lies
people. It's not
and the
just
other people
him.
because they were constantly they really do have frenemy vibes.
And they were kind of egging her on or telling her to not worry about it kind of crap. Until the very end, they show a couple of clips of saying, like, if there's smoke, there's fire about Evandro. But, like, I don't know, that whole thing
They weren't saying any of that to her either.
Yeah.
Like, to her, all the clips that we saw were them questioning her, which just made her more upset.
And you can tell she wasn't friends with them. She literally said it to Marilia. She was like, "You're not my friend."
Yeah.
Yeah. And versus Muriel, who
she was like, yeah, we were friends.
Good buds, yeah.
And then when they showed the clips of her and Muriel in the pods, they were always in groups of women that didn't include any of the current, like, people that they're following.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it does make me wonder. I still don't think that her behavior was
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. But I do really like that we saw her in a scenario where she was showing up better.
And as a trauma response, she's literally out of control.
Yeah.
Like, that is what she's doing there. And I believe that it is, she's triggered from her past. And then
I
currently
totally do.
being, like kind of, like, lied to or manipulated by Evandro.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're ever here to stand Evandro. Keep in mind, people, that we're reacting in the moment. Like, I can dislike somebody and not like the way they're being treated, you know?
Yes.
And that kind of was what I felt about Evandro. Like, I don't like him, but he was, like, kind of crazy to watch that.
And I would absolutely not stay with him. Like, just to be 100% clear, I don't think that Ariella should have tried to make it work. I think that she should have
Even her
left.
saying, like, but she did kind of do it in, like, a tongue-in-cheek, like, if we would have tried again because he would have lied to me again, basically.
Right.
So, you know, I'm inclined to believe it.
And he was lying to her about all kinds of stuff. And there were situations where if he wasn't lying, it was super fishy. Like, big red flags. Like his family not knowing what his job was. That's a massive red flag. I don't know. There's information asymmetry there.
And
Like,
just a massive confusion, frankly.
Yeah.
Alexandra is kind of an asshole. Friends don't like him.
They're not getting. I hope they don't get married.
Yeah.
I hope Renata says no to him.
Yeah, I think she might. And seeing, like, them talking about her energy getting diminished, I didn't like. It's like one of those things. And you knew people like this. Like, when they're on a high, they're a dick to everybody, and when they're on a low, that's when they're nice and actually good to be around.
Yep.
And I'm hoping that's not her, because that did kind of show up at the beginning of the season. But you know, I don't want her to be in a situation, and I definitely dislike him more than I dislike her. And I like the way she hatched it out with Patricky.
Yeah, I did too. And you could see. I don't like seeing her confidence be diminished on the show.
We're not even seeing him do, like, really abusive or, like, messed up stuff, but it's that whole, like, you can tell that he does not give an inch. If he I don't even think he wants to be equals with somebody. I think he wants to be the one in charge.
Yeah, I agree.
And that puts me off.
And you can tell, too, that she is a lot more invested in the relationship than he is.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's the way that he makes it appear. So it's possible that he is just as invested, but he's not giving any of that to her.
He's not affectionate.
So then she's constantly in a place of, like, does this man like me?
Well, and then she's going to act differently because she's like, I want him to like me. I want him to like me. Does he like me? And then she's insecure, and then she's coming off just kind of, like, different.
Yeah, and that's hard to watch.
Would love to hear what you think, as always. Thank you for sticking with us through this whole season, including, like, the subtitled to dub thing.
To be clear, we watch it subtitled, not dubbed.
We prefer it subtitled, but it's a lot of people just listen to our show,
right?
And if like people are like, oh, I don't like the dubbing, but they'll still watch it. Like, I'd rather have the people that want to still hang out with us be able to have access to it. So I would highly recommend anybody that prefers to watch the show subtitled to just watch the show subtitled.
Watch the show
we do
subtitled.
too.
Yeah. It's a lot better. You can feel the emotions of the people a lot better. The dubbing is not. The acting on the dubbing is. They did their best.
It's subpar,
you know. But
it
it doesn't match, like, people's real emotions.
And, like and subscribe as always. We got one person said that they're a serial lurker. They're like, I've been exposed. I better commit. So if that's you, go ahead, or serially lurk. That's cool
that's
too.
Fine. I lurk sometimes. I get it.
Yeah. And otherwise, we'll see you for episode 9.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Then I got it knocked, and I started going,
ridiculous.
All those tear tearjerker.
Hey, we're gonna go on a cruise this summer. You should come with us.